So, after many hundreds of hours of playing Street Fighter 6 and being stuck in 1500 MR, I finally reached my goal of 1700. But it wouldn't be without the help of one of my local friends that I just recently met. Um, he's probably one of our best players, or I should say is, and I got some coaching from him, which I've always been trying to find, which is some coaching from players better than me that can see my mistakes and see what I'm doing wrong. And that's exactly what he did. He's like, you need to stop doing this, this, and this. And I'm like, alright. And now I just jumped to 1700. It's crazy what little bad habits you can break and how much it will improve you as a player. So let's get into it. What did I learn that made me jump to 1700? Well, the first bad habit of mine that was pointed out to me was I meaty too much. After a knockdown, I always go for the 50-50, whether it be a strike or a throw. Now, in high level, you will notice a lot of players will kind of back off, but they'll do something called a delay meaty. What they'll do is they'll time their button when they wake up, or when their opponent wakes up, and if they time it right and the opponent presses a button, the opponent will get counter hit, and if the opponent wakes up, the offender will block. This is a technique I explain in this video I have on screen now. It's about improving your corner offense and defense. So go ahead and give that a peep, because that is one thing that I started implementing again because I wasn't using it a whole lot, but then it came to my attention and now I'm using it more and it helps. A few things I want to check off if you're in master rank but you're not doing, which is having good anti-airs, having some decent amount of matchup knowledge. You need to have these fundamentals in order to climb, just like I did. You gotta have some good matchup knowledge, whether that be minus frames, not letting characters get away with special moves or something, and you block them and they just go unpunished. You need to learn frame data, what's punishable, what's not. Being able to check drive rushes is huge. If you can't check drive rushes in master rank, you are definitely going to struggle. Even just like using a light button, like for example Ryu's standing light kick, I like to use it. I'll check with it and then cancel into drive rush and then confirm, or just go for my block pressure whether it hits or not. You need to have some good defense as well. Like, it's not just on blocking defense, like say you're blocking pressure from your opponent. I mean, you need to be defensive in terms of neutral. And what do I mean by that? I noticed myself a bad habit of mine that I'm trying to break, which is I just walk towards my opponent a little too much, and then I get clipped by like normals and stuff. So you need to think of the screen in quadrants. Like the screen is 4 quadrants from left to right, and I try to stay in between quadrant 1 and 2. And like, if I want to go for a poke, I'll go past quadrant 2 to quadrant 3, and then maybe even like try and land a crouching medium kick. But I also look at my opponent's movement. Like, you gotta read your opponent and what they're doing as well. That's a huge part in getting better. You need to learn how to counteract what your opponent's doing and their play style as well. I might make another video like explaining play styles and how to counter them, so that way you guys know what to look out for. Also, going back to matchup knowledge and learning matchups, it's not all just about learning frame data and what's punishable, but learning strategies for that character. For example, Akuma, he uses meter a lot, especially with his fireballs. If you're going against a character that has projectiles, your strategy at that point should be trying to get them to use drive meter as much as possible, and get them burnt out. You should be looking at your drive meter a lot. Some good points you can do this is maybe during a throw animation where, you know, it takes 2 seconds to get back into the interaction, or if you're comboing or if your opponent's comboing you. You should be able to look at the meters while doing your combos, because your muscle memory for combos you shouldn't have to use brain power for that. So you could be using more brain power to look at your drive meter, your opponent's drive meter, their health, and then determining like what you want to do at that point. And also, players will change up their playstyle depending on how much drive meter and health they have. So just watch your opponent very carefully at all times, even when they have full drive meter, just to see if you can notice any patterns that they do when they have full meter and when they don't have full meter, or they're getting really low at like 2 bars. They're in that orange area. But yeah, like, really, that's all the advice I can give. My last video, if you want to check it out, I talk about improving your light pressure, incorporating just delaying it slightly, so that way you leave like a 2 to 3 frame gap and you can catch your opponent trying to delay their buttons and catch you. So that I've been implementing a lot too, and has been helping me. I know this is kind of rambly, maybe it's informative to you. But yeah, if you like this video, consider dropping a like, commenting below, like where are you MR wise, and maybe you could come back and like implement what I implemented. Maybe you're having the same bad habits I was, and then you break those and you do better. But yeah, this is it for the video. I will leave you with some gameplay, some more matches. I know you've been watching some matches while I ramble, but I will leave the rest of the video with just in-game audio and yeah, some Street Fighter goodness. But this is Darkson signing out, and I hope you take care. Peace.
Final round. Fight! Perfect KO! Round 2. Fight! Freeze! Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!